Hello everyone, welcome back to AK Coding. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about one of the most important concepts in JavaScript, which we'll be learning normal functions versus arrow functions. And we'll be learning how they work and when to use which of them. If you're ready, let's get started. What is a function? A function is simply a reusable block of the code that performs a task. And in JavaScript, there are different ways to write a function. But the most used ones are normal functions and arrow functions. Let's start with normal functions. So how we can write a normal function in JavaScript. So let me show you. So we'll declare the function with the keyword function. And then we'll give a name for that. Let's name it add. And there is braces and then curly braces. And inside, we can give parameters as well. And then we can return a plus b. And after the function, we can call it in the console and was giving values to a and b. And if I write in the terminal, not app.js, we'll get 7 because 3 plus 4 is 7. So this is just an example of the normal functions. Normal functions have some special abilities, as they have their this keyword, and they can be used as a constructors with new. And they support also hosting. And the next type of the function is arrow function. Arrow functions are a modern and a shorter way to write functions, and they were introduced in ECMAScript 6. And let me show you how we can write an arrow function. So we'll write with the variable const, and we'll give it add, and then after that we give the brackets, and we'll use this kind of arrow function, which you can see here. And then we don't need any kind of return keyword as well. We can just write it down a plus b. And if I write this one to console log add, and then we have to give the values 2 and 3, for example. So let's clear it out first, and we can just comment out. And as you can see, we're getting 5. So arrow functions look cleaner, but they have difference. So they do not have their own this keyword as normal functions, and they cannot be used as constructors even. So they do not get hoisted like normal functions as well. So if there's only one return statement, you can skip the curly braces. You don't have to put the curly braces. So, and as I said before, we don't need to use also a return keyword for that to return the value. So now I'm going to explain the difference between this keyword, how this keyword actually works with normal functions and arrow functions. So let's declare a normal function, const person with object, and I will give a key name called in the string John. Yep. And then, so we have to put equal sign here as well. And I'll write, say hi, function. I'll declare a function, and then we'll write here console log this. So this dot name, for example. Yep. So we have a name keyword. And after outside of this, we'll call it person dot say hi, and then we can see the output here. So John is printing out in normal function. So how it looks like if we use this keyword in arrow function. So let's just copy it, and I will just change it person1. And then instead of using just normal function, I will use arrow function. So here, let's delete this, and then brackets, and then arrow sign, and then I will just call it here. So as you can see, we're getting here undefined. So arrow functions don't have their own this, so they take this from the outer environment. So normal functions can create objects using new even. So I'm going to show this as well. So we can declare a function keyword called car, and then I will give modal, and inside of this function I will just call it this.modal, and I will assign it to the modal. And after that, out of the function, we can create a new variable, new car. Let's write it down inside of the car, for example, BMW. And then I will just console it. And if we run this, so we're getting an error. So let's fix it out first. I'm going to just command this, and I'm going to clear. So we have something, yep, here we wrote incorrect. That should be car. And then as you can see, we are getting BMW. But other functions cannot be called with new, so it doesn't work and it gives just an error. So actually, when we can use the normal functions and when we can use the arrow functions, so if you need your own this or any kind of constructor, or if you want hoisting, it's good to use normal functions. But if you need like shorter syntax, or if you want like, if you don't need this keyword or constructors, you can use the arrow functions. So arrow functions is good to use with like maps, filters, and like callbacks actually. And it's better to use like to write less code. So that's it for today. So I hope you understand the difference between the normal and arrow functions in JavaScript. Tomorrow we'll continue with more important JavaScript concepts. Subscribe for more IT content. See you in the next videos.